Hi everybody, welcome to the second episode of Biodecoding, where all of us are going to be learning how to decode our bodies and the messages that they are trying to tell us. So for today's episode, I thought that we would be talking about the books. Well, when any book, when you open a biodecoding book, because you want to check the message that is behind the illness or disease that you are going through just now, or that you went through in the past, or that maybe someone that you love is going through just now. So apart from they explaining you which conflict you could be living, such, and remember that this is based into New German medicine, and there are all these studies out there that you are very welcome to check. So again, remember that this is general. This is the general meaning, okay? It doesn't mean that it has to be exactly what it means for you. So we would discover this through a session. Now, like I've said before, and I'm going to repeat this just now because I think that this is important, I would recommend, this is my suggestion, that you do this with a proper biodecoding therapist. Why? Because like I've said in other episodes, I think you are welcome to check Welcome to Health, okay? Or, yeah, I think it's that one, where I'm just saying all the time that we have all these barriers within us. They are, of course, unconscious, but we have them. That don't allow us to go deeper just because they know that they are so painful for us. So they would be doing anything that they can in order for you not to get there. But if you are doing this with someone else, it is easier, and definitely you get there with this help, okay? But anyway, we are going through this together, so just so that you have the understanding, the general understanding at least, of what could be going on with you, because just by knowing, sometimes, it does a click within our brain, and maybe we can unlock something, okay? So one of the things, apart from the conflicts themselves that you could be going through in the books, you'll notice as well that there are messages like, this is part of the second stage or the first stage, and you are like, hold on a second, what is first stage or second stage, etc. So I'm going to explain you what this is, just so that you know. So they are talking about stages of evolution, okay? So when we are born into these bodies, as babies, still, within our mom's wombs, the bodies have a process themselves in order to grow, okay? So there are different tissues that are going to be growing up at different times, and then at the end, they are going to make, the whole physical body, okay? So when they are talking about stages, they are talking about this. So when they are talking, for example, about the first stage, this means that it's related to tissues and also to this part of the brain, which are the first ones to come up, to appear, which have to do with survival, okay? You don't need to know the names of the tissues, etc., etc., just the idea. So when you are reading, okay, I'm going through this disease, and it says that this has to do with the first stage, this means this has to do with survival. So there is a situation that is actually making you feel or putting you into fight or flight mode, okay? Or action mode, or that, something is really in danger because this is your survival. So this is what it is. The second stage is protection. So if you're reading second stage, it means that if you're reading third stage, we are talking about movement. So we are talking that, the body has developed itself to the point that you are actually able to move, okay? So third stage would mean that. It also means power, because it relates as well to the intention of doing something, okay? And there are tissues related to that. And the fourth stage is the relationships, so social. And there are a few stages more, but these are the ones that definitely are into the books. So when you are reading any of these, now you know what it means. Does it mean this specifically for you? Well, remember that this is general, okay? This is general. This is based in all these cases that they have been doing the research on, and all the clients, all the patients, okay? So this is based on that. But thanks to having a biodecoding session, we are going to know specifically for you what it means, okay? So this is why we always keep the mind open, because this is very personal, this is very individual. So it doesn't mean that this is what it means for you, okay? So this is just the general idea. So when you are reading this is what it means. Now, you are also going to read something like for left-handed people or for right-handed people. Okay, this is important because biologically speaking, we have our gender, so we can be female or male, okay? So there are differences between a male and a female, okay? And the brain as well, and the brain connections, there are differences. So it's the same with right-handed people and left-handed people. Why? Because they have different parts of the brains wired in different ways. So when you are reading left-handed or right-handed, it means that they have also different ways to deal with conflicts and with the situations, biologically speaking, okay? We are not talking about what do I do, how do I feel? No, just biologically speaking. We have our bodies, our brains made up differently just because of this. And there are people who are going to be, both right-handed and left-handed. We would discover this in a biodecoding session too, but this is just for the sake of you knowing what you are reading and why they are talking about this. So probably your biodecoding therapist is going to ask you, are you right-handed or left-handed? Because they want to know this information, because this is going to help them to help you, all right? But again, we are keeping this very open-minded, and it's going to get down at the end of the day on yourself and your specifically needs and thoughts and beliefs, and how you are dealing with situations and why you are dealing with situations this way. So that, and then also I wanted to say, actually one of my friends told me this, remember this rule, kiss. Okay, so, no, it's not that, but it's written the same way. What does it mean? Keep it super simple, okay? This is important as well, because, guys, we are overcomplicating the whole thing. So you really don't need to know at the end of the day if this is a tissue that has to do with the first stage and it has to do with survival, and it means we are talking about this part of the cerebellum, and no, you don't need to do any of this, okay? You just actually need to connect to your body, and your body has the whole information that you are looking for. Again, we have the barriers, so remember this, because unless you are practicing a lot to listen to your body and to listen to you and to be 100% honest with yourself, and even though it's still difficult, I'm still getting sessions myself, And I believe I know quite a lot, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. Look for someone who knows about this and who practices this type of therapy, okay? Because you can reach until you can reach, okay? Further than that, definitely you can't. But yeah, keep it simple, because why would you need to know, yeah, this is, first stage, so that means that, yeah, I'm in survival, so yeah, that means, why would you need to know that? In fact, you don't need to know it, because after listening and connecting to yourselves, they really are going to tell you the why themselves, okay? And having to remember and to do a research in all this, yes, it is very helpful, especially if you are a therapist or if you want to be a therapist on this, really helpful, because you are going to be able to help all these people. But if it's just for yourself, it's not really that important. So if you never know about this, you are not going to really miss anything, okay? So I hope, guys, that this was helpful, and I think on the next episode I'll just go straight into a specific disease or illness, and we'll keep talking about that from a more practical point of view. But I just wanted to share all this and video one, because I would like us to be on the same page. And if you have questions, doubts, or you want to get in touch with me, just write a comment below or just get in touch with me through my website. Okay, guys? I love you so much.